What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Sorry I didn't upload for like 2 days. I was pretty sick, I had pretty bad allergies. Anytime I would go outside, my eyes just started flaring up and it was pretty bad. I still kind of have it, and I just have a runny nose, but I can handle it, You know me, guys. Also, thanks for everything, kind of. Look at this. I started off getting, 7 views. That's pretty good. 7 views, 7 to 10 views. This kind of one skyrocketed. I just suddenly get this. Okay, this is not really. Hey, guys, watch this one. This will go on. 1, 2, 3, nice. Okay, guys, why are you not watching this? Why are you not watching? Then we get this one, and this one also. One. Guys, watch these two, man. These are some of my favorite videos, actually. But I guess you guys just like Jaden and the young ones out. Sorry, sorry, I didn't know. Yeah. Okay, let's just get into it. I want to do one I can kind of relate to here on Jaden Animations channel, which is I got a cat. Which I think this is 2 years ago. No, wait. I'm questioning reality right now. But 1 or 2 years ago, actually, one of my cats died, which was pretty sad. But he was 16 or 17 years old, so he was pretty old. But alright, let's not. I don't want trauma dump on y'all, so let's get into it. Getting a cat. I love this ad. We're not skipping this. We are not skipping this. They knew what they were doing with this ad. They knew. They 100% knew. Wait, guys. Okay, guys. I need to quickly check. Okay. I think it's fine. Pack God.
For people who have been around for a while, you might be seeing the title and thinking, right? Jaden, aren't you allergic to cats? And to that, I'd say
yes, she is. What? Yes. Hold up. Sorry.
Kind of.
We're going back.
I'm actually not sure anymore.
God, my YouTube.
For people who.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go.
People who have been around for a while, you might be seeing the title and thinking, Jaden, aren't you allergic to cats?
What the heck did that say?
Been around for a while, you might be seeing the title.
Acquisition of feline 4K. Acquisition. Is that how you say it? Acquisition. Acquisition. Alright. Sorry.
I'm thinking, Jaden, aren't you allergic to cats? And to that, I'd say, yes. Kind of. I'm actually not sure anymore. And for the people who know anything about me, you might see the title and think, Jaden, cats are literally the #1 natural predator to birds. And to that, I also say,
yeah, bro got no sleep. Damn.
Yes, that one's 100% proven fact. So let me back up a bit and explain how we got here, because all the cards in the world were stacked against the idea of me getting a cat. Growing up, I was irrefutably and absolutely allergic to cats. My best friend had 3 of the things, and every time I would hang out or sleep over at her house, I would be a sneezy, watery-eyed, snotty mess.
That's pretty funny.
Can I have some water? Given the fact my brother was also allergic to cats, it was set that we were a dog family. My whole life I went around not giving cats anything actually against.
What did I just... Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Alright.
Life, I went around not giving cats a second thought. I never had anything actually against them, but since I was forced to stay 20 feet away from them or suffer the consequences, I just couldn't get to know them. Plus, as a kid, dogs were always more appealing. They're more likely to be bigger fans of playing and running around, be more approachable with their genetically bred unconditional love, and can
Yeah. Oh my god, that looks like a Pokemon. You cannot tell me that does not look like a
overall
Pokemon.
be more forgiving. Cut to like 2 catless decades for me later, and I'm meeting Jacob for the first time at his place. As we're hanging out in his living room, his cat Fraser comes over and greets
Oh
me.
my
Fraser
god,
is
look so
extremely
cuddly!
social.
Look at that boy! Damn, boy, he thick! Wait. Damn, boy! Damn, boy! He thick.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick
Thick boy!
Damn.
What the heck? What the
Don't be racist. I am a building. Nick.
Yo, I don't think I can show that.
And vain, so he's always expecting nothing less than a never-ending stream of attention from the people. Even though he's very cute and distinguished, I deployed my typical foolproof plan of don't touch the cat. Fraser realizes he's not getting any attention out of me and sits down nearby on the couch, but a bit later, Jacob's other cat ends up making an appearance. This one's Taylor. She's normally really shy and hides, but does really like women.
Es ist an der Zeit, sich von alten Gewohnheiten.
I am. Taylor ended up crawling onto me and making herself really comfy in my womanly lap. Jacob, knowing I'm allergic, offered to take her away, but this was actually the first time a cat has ever done something like this to me. I've always been a bit of a cat magnet, if you want to call it that, because I act like they don't exist, which they interpret as me not pushing their boundaries and creating a comfortable environment for
Cool guy.
them to come up to me on their own terms, but never have I felt like a cat has chosen me like this before. I told Jacob I'm happy to let her stay comfortable on me, and I'll just reap the consequences of my sewing later on. This was my first extremely positive experience with the cat, and I honestly felt really happy and special and wanted to enjoy it. A few hours later, I'm saying my goodbyes, and during the drive back home, I realized I was completely fucked.
Hold up, wait a minute.
No sneezing, no itchy eyes, straight up nothing. I was so confused and curious. Thus, the start of my little cat experiment began. Every time I went over to Jacob's place, I would let the cats be as social as they wanted with me. If Taylor wanted to sit by me, I'd let her. If Fraser wanted attention, I would pet him. At one point, while we were watching a movie, Taylor literally decided to lay down on my neck, filling every one of my breaths with cat dander and hair. And you know what happened? No reaction, not even a little drip of mucus. Sometime, I'd grown out of my cat allergy and never noticed. Apparently, every 7 years, people's allergies have the chance to change. Maybe being surrounded by my friends' cats all throughout my childhood could have helped my body get more familiar with them. Either way, I've now unlocked the skill to survive cats. Oh, guys, it was incredible.
It's pretty funny that I have pretty bad allergies right now, and she's talking about how she doesn't have it anymore. Like, bruh.
Incredible. Now that I'd been freed from my shackles, I immediately started taking time to get to know cats more. Instantly, they felt so much more cute and cool and approachable, and I was really starting to like them more, especially since every time I would hang out at Jacob's place, Taylor would walk over and be around me and purr. It was amazing to be loved by a cat. So I really like cats now. And after some time, I decided I wanted one too. rescue. Jacob and I decided to
I love
peruse a local cat rescues website just to see what cats were available. I don't want to get one right away. There's a lot I have going on, but it doesn't hurt to. Oh my god, that one! I want that one so bad. It's so cute. What's its name? Tostada. Tostada.
Jaden. Jaden bread emotions. You literally just said, yeah, I don't want to get one right away. I'm getting one.
Tostada, my beloved. We have to send in an application. We have to. Hi, my name's Jaden. I love this cat. Please let me adopt it. Please, 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 please. What? You guys know me. I'm weak-willed and impulsive. My first mistake was liking cats to begin with. The
Jacob
rescue
just
reached out a
lied.
few days later for a cat screening
Jacob, hashtag alpha rat, by the way.
interview to make sure we would be a good fit to be cat parents. After being approved, they told
Guys, by the way, I just thought of alpha rat, and I just literally thought of today, like I was playing Super Mario. Yesterday I was starting my run. I played like 3 hours. I finished today. I basically played the whole game in 5 hours. Bruh.
us we could pick
That was my first Switch game. I love that game.
any cat we wanted that was in their care. Of course, I asked about Tostada, but we were given the unfortunate news that she had already been adopted.
Get wrecked. I'm just kidding.
No! We looked at the other cats available on their website, but unfortunately, none of them really stood out to me. The rescue ended up inviting us to a little meet the cats.
Hello, sir. Would you like to meet the cats? I just got way too close to my mic. Sorry about that.
Event they were hosting where
Oh my
we could
God.
see all the
It's
cats they
really
had up for
bald.
adoption
Why is everyone bald?
in person, which was awesome because that was actually the first time I'd ever actually seen and held a kitten before. It was amazing. But as cute and tiny as they all were, there still wasn't one that
cutie
called to me.
boy.
I cried Jacob away from the
Hello, cutie
kittens, headed
boy.
home, and we started waiting. Every day I would check the rescue's
Cutie
cat list to see
boy.
if any new ones caught my
Such a
eye.
cute
I didn't even know what I
boy.
was.
Sorry guys, I actually just changed my mic. Yeah, I had it in my stand, but I thought like, wouldn't it be better if I just put it out? So now here we go. Let's go.
Looking for, but
baby,
waited for
let's
the universe
go.
to send me my perfect cat nonetheless. One morning I refreshed the page and
Hatsune Miku. I'm thinking Miku.
saw one new kitten added. A tortie they found
my
in some
God.
dumpster named Scrabble. With the biggest eyes and
Oh my
forehead
God.
I've seen in my life.
Yo, if I ever do a forehead reveal, the moon's gonna get jealous.
Something about this bizarre little creature called to me. I messaged the rescue about Scrabble and they told me she's available, putting me
Guys,
in
I
touch
might
with
have a little headset then. I was thinking of Jinxie for some reason. And I remember his headset dent. And kind of. It's not bad. You cannot even see it. You can only feel it like a little bit.
Scrabble's foster parents. Every day they sent me new little pictures of kitten Scrabble, and every photo I fell more and more in love with her. She seemed so silly and playful, and those eyes. We got on a video call and they told me all about how big of a personality she has. Out of the 5 other kittens they were fostering, she was by far their favorite. The whole time we were talking, Scrabble was flipping around in their arms and looking at the camera with her giant orbs. I left that call knowing I found my cat. I needed to have little kitten Scrabble. Meeting her in person only cemented it. She was shy at first, but after flinging around her worm toy, she immediately started hopping around and being the life of the party. I talked a lot to her foster parents, and they just gushed about how they wish they could keep her since they all loved her so much. Even though the rescue called her Scrabble, obviously that was more of a
Bruh. Is it a great game, Scrabble?
placeholder name. The foster parents
many
called her
points is that?
Cammy, but neither of those really fit to me. However, I knew one name that I liked.
Felix the Third.
Tostada.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I stole another kitten's name and pasted it on mine. So what? Big deal. Tostada is a great name. My Tostada is way more of a tostada than the other Tostada anyway. Look at her. I would have left with little Tostada in my arms. That
Wait. Can I eat Tostada. I cannot get over that. I know it's a Mexican dish, but Jane, look out. The best tostada. Oh my god. It's Facebook. Oh, sorry, I just slammed my mic. It was really loud. It's Facebook. That's even worse. Why am I obsessed with tostadas? You don't need to make a video about that. No one cares. Oh my god. How am I supposed to eat tostada? Never with a fork or a knife. You just put it in your drink and chug that thing. r/no stupid question. How do you eat tostadas? You got Jaden's cat.
Moment if I could, but unfortunately Jacob and I were going out of town for 3 million weeks and had to wait to take her
Sorry, I just slammed my mic again. Sorry.
home until after we came back. She was all I could think about the entire time. I was shoving tostada photos in everyone's face every chance I got.
Look at
The
tostada!
foster parents were sending tostada updates every day. I was overflowing with yearning for this cat. She was growing and learning about the world without me. Take me home
Wait.
Literally,
Can we find a picture? Tostada. Jaden animations. Cat bird. Why? What the heck? Meow. Oh my god, look at this. Just Tostada being silly. I cannot take that. Oh my god, she has a birthday. Wait. Oh my god, look at the cutie. Look at that boy. Look at that boy. Chunky boy. Miko. The silly Tostada explodes in a hilarious video. Don't even say the video. Also, what the fuck? Why explodes? Does not sound right at all. TikTok, make your day. What is going on here, guys? What the fuck is going on? Jaden animations. Tostada core. Why are there edits? What is this, guys? Yo, right? Okay, I want to copyright. So,
the moment Jacob and I landed, we drove straight from the airport to the foster home to pick her up.
oh my god, get the cutie boy! Get the cutie boy! I think you should eat pizza.
Not wait.
I don't know what the
Home with +1 tostada. I couldn't believe it. I have a mammal now. And sorry, other mammal owners, but it's the best mammal in the whole wide universe. Jacob and I spent the entire day playing with her, letting her get used to her new surroundings. She was so cute and so tiny. Here's a video of her eating wet food with a big old chomp. As someone who's owned birds for 7 years at that point, it felt so strange to have a pet that was significantly less fragile. And also draws significantly less blood. You mean this thing can't fly up and get hit by the ceiling fan? Insane! I've had Tostada for a while now. She's 2 years old at the time of me posting this. And let me tell you, this thing has become a creature. First of all, eyes, still giant. And she never blinks. Look at this. She was sitting on my desk looking like that long enough for me to notice, get my phone out of my pocket, pull up the camera app, put the camera in her face, and take a photo. And here's like 4 more. She is also not that smart. I'm sure you could deduce that by how she looks. But this thing has a single brain cell, and it's just another version of herself up there with a joystick. Jacob and I are fully convinced she can only form a few thoughts a day, and only in single word nouns. Evidently, Tostada is also very scared of everything. Always has been. Loud noises, quiet noises, no noises, movement of any kind. Even Jacob, a person she's been around all her little life post-dumpster. There's been times where he'll be at his desk, moves his chair just a smidge, and she's darting out of the room. One time we were trying to explain to some friends how skittish she genuinely can be, and demonstrated it by grabbing a toy literally in front of her, raising it up a bit, lightly dropping it on the floor, still in front of her, and she bolted. You know how cats are genetically built to be good at balancing? Well, Tostada can't even do that. She trips and falls and misplaces her feet all the time. On multiple occasions, she has tried to walk across my
She's so bad at F&F.
L-shaped desk and just missed and fell down. That's like the one thing that makes a cat, and nope, doesn't hit the mark there either.
I think she's from outer space.
Better, but as a kitten, Tostada couldn't even jump. After I built her first cat tower, I watched as she attempted to jump up to the 2nd level, not quite make it, and had to slam her arms down on the thing to hoist herself up like she was mountain climbing. But oh, is she the sweetest little thing. When I got a cat, I was expecting it to want its own space, come around when it wants, you know, general cat things. But this creature follows me from room to room with those high beams of hers. She sits on my lap while I'm at my computer, lays on my giant Pokemon plushes, mostly just looks up at me from the floor.
I know, this cat reminds me of someone. Christian the Jill? I think that's the guy. No, is this not the guy? Wait. Yes, this guy. Wait, let's look at one of the shorts. Look at this. It reminds me of him.
I've came to the conclusion I think this thing's broken. Why is she purring upside down? Everything about her tells me she's not a cat, she's a furry infant. She's holding my hand to make sure I don't pull the treat away. Watch. Cats don't use their hand. She also has thumbs. When choosing if I should get a dog or a cat, I was told get a cat. They don't need a lot of attention. Layla hangs out on my shoulder. Look at me when I tell you that she needs more attention than anybody. She will follow me around until the end of time. You know how cats are supposed to be sneaky and quiet when they walk? Layla doing anything sounds like an elephant doing it. She's a tiny girl. She's 6 pounds. You should never be able to hear her footsteps. More reasons I swear she's broken is this. Why are you eating a treat like that? The constant purring and biscuit making to the point where I had to ask the adoption agency lady if there was anything wrong with her. There's not. She's just a really happy girl. She's also never scratched anybody once. Although my cat definitely came with some factory defects, I would never want it any other way. Now, Gary, factory defects. I came to the conclusion I think this thing's broken.
Sounds crazy.
Acquisition.
Okay, get another one, thank you.
Stairs. When I'm sleeping, she'll just crawl into bed and tuck herself up right next to me. Look at all these photos of her straight up on me when I'm sleeping. Don't look too close so I don't have makeup on. Bedtime.
Wait, yo, what the hell is your couch, man? Yo, what the heck? You what? Is that a bed? That looks like a bed for 15 billion people. Like, how long is that, bro? What the heck? It looks so emo. That looks good. That looks good. Yo, what are those eyes? What are those eyes? What are those eyes? Staring to your soul. Goofy cat.
Of her straight up on me when I'm sleeping. Don't look too close so I don't have makeup on. Bedtime is sacred to her. She loves bedtime. If I'm working late, Tostada will come into my office around 9 or 10 p.m. aka past Tostada bedtime, and just start crying, scratching on my chair, rolling around on the floor.
Oh my god, she's already going to sleep right now. Good night, Tostada.
Or it's pitiful. And if I
Oh my
still
God, I
don't
wanna go to
move
school,
after
man.
that, she'll go into the bedroom and drag over her string toy she always plays with. It's just so sad and pathetic. I always play string with her when she brings it over though, don't worry. But lately, she's picked up another routine habit, which is pats. Not all cats like the pats, but Tostada lives off them. It's when you just slap a cat's butt and it looks
How about I do the same thing? Hear me out. But we're back.
like you're hurting them, but they actually love it. However, Tostada's really particular about pats. First of all, I'm the only one allowed to give her pats. Jacob has tried, and she runs away scared and offended every single time. Second, she has to receive pats on a specific spot on the floor of the closet. If I try to give her pats in, like, my office, she bolts to her floor spot, staring at me to continue them over there. Also, she begs to be pat every single night. Like clockwork, she'll sit like a gargoyle in front of the closet and
my God, that's
cry
amazing.
pitifully until I come over there. Now, when I finally come over for pats, she'll flop on the floor and start horizontally rock climbing her way across the floor with her claws and tangle herself up in the Ethernet cables while I keep up the pats. You think I'm joking,
That's
but I'm
pretty
very
good.
much not. This is the only way she accepts pats, and I have to give them to her every night or else she's miserable. Tostada's world is so
That's pretty
small.
funny.
She's really just around me, Jacob, Taylor, and Frasier, but she loves her simple family so much. When Kitten
Yeah.
Tostada first met Frasier, she was terrified of him. She'd been around other adult cats before, but she'd never seen a flat cat in her life, and she
Flat
was
cat.
mortified. Of course, she's since warmed up to him, and
Pop-Tart.
they play together and hang out all the time, they're best friends. But Tostada loves Taylor. Always has. She looks up to Taylor like a little baby sister admiring her cool, awesome older sibling. Unfortunately,
Laughing.
Taylor hates it. They literally have a SpongeBob Squidward type of sibling relationship, and Tostada is so oblivious to it. Taylor has
Taylor.
annoyingly swatted at Tostada so many times just for
That's pretty
existing
funny.
around her that Tostada now thinks it's a fun little game they play and will start chasing and swatting back at Taylor happily, not understanding cat social cues. Of course,
That's
never
pretty
in a
funny.
way that's too far, but just enough to get on Taylor's nerves even more. Between the three of them, they all have such different little personalities and relationships to each
Oh
other.
my
It's
God.
made our lives so much more entertaining. And to anyone concerned about the birds, don't worry. I've got Ari and Tofu very separated from the
Yeah,
cats.
good.
They're safe in their own blocked off room connected by a double door system that ensures
Okay, if you actually have a double door system, W to you, because that's something I would definitely do. Like, bro, I ain't letting them die, bro.
there's no possible interaction between bird and cat. If anyone is thinking about getting cats and birds as pets, it is possible, but just make sure the two are very separate, especially if you have smaller birds like conures or budgies. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's people out there that are
I actually, okay, here is, if I would get as many animals as I want, I'll get a cat, dog, a bird, wait, let me think, turtle, and that's about it.
have trained their cats to be fine around a pet bird, but to me, all it takes is one accident or attack for you to just not have a bird anymore. Plus, having the two of them takes a huge amount of time and commitment. I've said it before and I'll say it forever. I love my birds to death, but they do not make good pets for the very large majority.
You're
of
like, I love my birds, but I hate my birds. Bro.
In terms of allergies, I do think I was
Sorry about that.
originally still a little bit allergic to Tostada, ironically. When I first got
Yo, that's it. Dog. Yo, I just got, that's not, no. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up, bro. Yo, what the? Yo, my whole window just went white. Like white. Literally, just I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. White. Literally white. I have something over so I don't see outside. When you can see inside, like that's black. It went white. What the? Yeah, it's raining pretty bad. and it was.
I was sneezy and sniffling. Nothing allergy pills couldn't fix, and it never was as bad as my original cat allergy. But I think I've been growing out of that one too, because nowadays I don't have any reaction to her at all. Bodies are a mystery. I am building my immunity to everything. Next up is rat poison.
Yeah, don't try
I didn't think
that.
I would make a video talking about this thing, but Tostada's just got such a funny little personality and has become such a big part of my life. She may be the description of autism, but I love her more than the
description of autism? Jaden!
itself, and I know I'm the center of her little life too. I don't even see
What if she hates you? Follow that.
her as a cat. She's just a little creature that follows me around.
Don't stop
looking
that,
weird,
Jaden.
but I love it,
Animations.
and I'm so glad I grew out of my cat allergy just so I can have her. It really has been so different owning a cat, mainly because I know
Alright, guys, let's go. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, that was probably pretty loud. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, the video's over. Go to Jaden Animation, subscribe, like, leave a comment. He's a matter of. Yo! Damn! That's that, dude. You. Ah! The backstory: the psychics weren't lying. She's a mother of 3. In this video, she went to I think 4 psychics, and all of them said she was gonna have 3 kids. He was right. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, you're right! It's not coming together. Yes! Wait a minute. Yep. True. 3 non-babies. 3 eggs, aka kids. What the? How did you do that? What? But nice. Holy cow. Like, that's some pretty crazy shit. She even liked it. Guys, if you say something nice on my channel, I will also give you this heart. Alright? But guys, yo, the same goddamn, what the fuck? The same goddamn thing just happened. Like, window white. Not dark white. I think you guys can hear that. You guys hear that? Alright, whatever. Guys, if you want to see OBS, this is what it looks like. This is what YouTubers see. This is what was your favorite YouTuber seeing. Alright. Bye guys! I'll see you next one.